Oh, children, I'm so pleased to have found you. My name is Mrs. Jones, and I'm Mrs. Campbell's housekeeper. Now, my problem is I have a great deal of work to do and not enough time to do it. Would you children be able to run some messages for me?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, well, boys, if you could go to the grocer's, I need 2 to go to the draper's and another 2 to go to the post office. Well, now, children, off you go and don't be long.
Yep.
Good morning, girls. Welcome to Mountjoy Post Office. I'm Mr. McGuinness, the postmaster. What brings you to my post office today?
We have some post to look for Mrs. Campbell.
Oh, Mrs. Campbell. There's always post for Mrs. Campbell, I can tell you. She's a lady much in demand. Well, here's today's deliveries. To be honest, girls, I haven't had a chance to go through them. Perhaps you could help me. Here you go. Take a few letters there. Have a wee sift through them, see if there's anything there in the name of Mrs. Campbell. Gosh, who have I got today? Well, Myrtle Maguire. I know what that'll be. Mr. Granger, Mr. Williams. Anything yet? Brenda Smith.
Nothing. No.
Cuthbert Barclay. Riley. Norman Jones. Aha! In my pile here, look. Mrs. Elizabeth. That's Mrs. Campbell's daughter. And Mrs. Campbell herself. Not quite sure what she's receiving today, but feels rather intriguing. Well, I shall give these to the 2 of you. You can pop them in your basket and deliver them to her yourself, and that'll save me traipsing up to Auchalane House today. Is there anything else I can help you with?
We have something for Mrs. Campbell's son, Hugh, in America.
In America? Gosh, he's been over there some years now. Postage all paid for. Not too heavy either. We'll get this directly to the port for the mail packet.
Thank you. How long does it take to reach America?
Well, that might depend on a few things. If this ends up on a sailing ship, it may take several weeks, if not months, to get there. But most of the mail going across the Atlantic is going on a steam packet these days. And those steamships, well, they're something else. It should get to America within about 12 days, believe it or not.
Well, what other things can you post?
You can post just about anything. Why, I could post the 2 of you if I wanted to. Yes, we can post just about anything. Well, people are sending tickets for those ships. There's postal orders, there's checks. There's a few more unusual items. I've got a few here, in fact. Now then, girls, for Mr. Jones. What on earth could this be? Have a little look.
It might be a hat.
You think a hat? Shall we take a little peek? You're very trustworthy, girls, so wouldn't just do this for anybody, you know, but let's see if it is a hat. If it's a hat, we'll have to be quite careful with it. These things can be rather delicate. Let's have a wee look. Ooh, you're absolutely right. Look at that. A magnificent top hat. You know, I recently acquired a top hat very similar to this. And you know that top hats are the reason why Mrs. Campbell's son has made so much money in America. Because they're made from beaver fur. And it's Mrs. Campbell's youngest son who's been hunting those beavers away out in the Rocky Mountains. I tell you, us postmasters are kept in the know. Now, what else do I have here? This is a rather heavier one. What do you think to this one?
It looks like a pan.
I'd say you're absolutely right. A frying pan for Mr. McCain. Very good. There's one more down here that I just can't make any sense of. For Mr. Craig in Newton Stewart. Now, what on earth could this be? It's a little bit squidgy, isn't it? Shall we have a peek? Let's see what we have here. Well, it's well wrapped up. Well, now I've seen it all. Somebody's sending a hen in the post. My goodness me. Well, I'll get those packaged up and sent on to their recipients in due course. Is there anything else I can help you with, ladies? Well, if you're leaving me, you wouldn't be going past the drapers, would you?
I think we are.
Well, seeing this top hat here has reminded me I'm in need of a box for my top hat. Would you mind asking at the drapers if they would have a box that I might be able to purchase?
No worries.
Well, thank you very much indeed. And I hope you'll call in again soon. And don't forget those letters for Mrs. Campbell. Bye-bye then, girls.
Bye.
Hello there, you're very welcome to Murray's. And how can I help you young ladies today?
We need some ribbons and some buttons.
Ah, that is no problem at all. Well, what do you think of my shop since you've come into it?
It's really nice.
Well, you're very welcome. Do you know what kind of shop it is?
Not off the top of my head.
It's a drapery shop. So as you can see, we've got buttons, bows, needles, threads, material. We've got some clothes. We've got lots of stuff in here. It is also known as a haberdashers or a haberdashery. Isn't that a great word? That's a new word for you today. So what do you think of my shirts?
Why do you not have a collar on them?
So clothes didn't get washed very often, but you always had a clean collar every morning. So Dad or Grandad or any gentleman that was heading out would have always put on a clean collar. And do you see? We've got a packet of 7 up there. Do you see them? So you would have attached the collar onto the shirt, and that was your clean shirt for the day and a clean collar. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Can you buy clothes in here too?
You can buy clothes, but you buy material to make your clothes. And as you can see, we've got bales and bales of clothes here, material. And of course, I've got my scissors and I've got my measuring tape, and I would measure you up. Make sure everything fits, and then you pick your material, and then the clothes would be made for you. So everything was made to measure.
Do you have Mr. McConnell's hat box?
Oh, well, I have indeed. It's right here for him. And he's got a beautiful hat as well. Look. So I will leave that aside for him later on. But what I want you to know, or what you don't know, is what these things are. What's that?
Is that to measure your foot?
Well done. That is exactly right. It is actually not to measure your foot, but to stretch your shoes. So it makes them fit better. But that was a very good guess. So yes, this is a foot stretcher, just in case your shoes are a little bit tight. What do you think that object is there?
I'm actually not quite sure.
What do you think it is?
I don't know either.
Have you ever seen one before?
No.
What do you see beside them?
Gloves and shoes.
Gloves. So that gives you a clue as to what they are. They're glove stretchers. So you've never seen those before. But us ladies like to wear gloves. So we've got very delicate gloves there. So we've got the glove stretchers to stretch out the gloves so we can fit our little hands in. Isn't that good? So we don't destroy them. Very clever. Now, you were looking for some ribbon. Blue, I believe.
Yeah.
And some buttons. How many?
We need 6.
6 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Will we put them into your basket? And will we measure out some ribbon?
Yeah.
Now, there we are. So now you need to pay me.
How much is that?
That is £2. Lovely. Thank you very much. And do call again, young ladies. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's it. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much for your custom, and I'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
So gentlemen, welcome to WG O'Doherty's. My name is William George O'Doherty and I opened this shop in 1869 in Bishop Street in Derry. Now when I first opened this shop, I called it the China Tea Company because I specialised in blends of tea from the Orient. Now, have you any questions you'd like to ask me?
What is a tea blend?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. A tea blend is a variety of tea. As you can see here, we have 3 blends: finer, finest, and indeed special. And if you had a blend of tea that was unique to you, I could formulate it up here, rather like today's personalised perfumes, a blend of tea that would be unique to you.
Can we have some sugar, please?
Sugar, well, I do indeed have some sugar. Here we are. How much sugar would you require, young man?
Just about 200 grams, please.
200 grams? How strange is that? Well, I can give you, let me see, 2 ounces. How would that
that's
sound?
fine.
Yes, my goodness, here we are. Would you like to measure it out?
Sure.
Here we go. You just watch this little needle, and when it is in the middle, you have measured. There we go. Well done, young man. Have you done this before?
No.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wonderful. I shall bag this up shortly. Have you any other questions?
What is paying on account?
Oh, well, paying on account. Here are the books, and these are the accounts. You don't pay now. You would be entered in a set of pages, everything would be totaled up, and you would come in on a Saturday and pay your bill, because most people got paid on a Friday. So this was called paying on account. Everyone gets a set of pages in the books, the accounts.
What happens if you don't pay on time?
Oh, well, let's just say it's my version of name and shame. Your name will be entered on a sheet of paper and the details of how much you actually owe this establishment, and it would be put in the window for all to see. Let's just say most pay shortly after the notice is placed in the window. Any other questions you'd like to ask?
No, that's all.
Very good, very good. Well, I shall bag your sugar. And of course, I'll enter your details in the account, the books, and I'll see you on Saturday to settle your bill. Take care, gentlemen.
Yep.
Have a safe journey to your next adventure.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, children. You've saved me a great deal of time today, which means I can get the rest of my work done. Thank you very much, children. Goodbye.